Yo, what's poppin', people? Cobra Star Green back with y'all another video that y'all first time finding my channel or anything like that. You guys definitely subscribe button. Also, the video. Know the camera quality looks a little bit different, but today is gonna be doing a little bit of a review and just my quick thoughts on a new Kendrick tour. Now, I went to the Kendrick tour on Thursday at the Austin showing. Definitely an amazing show. I'm gonna talk about some things that happened and if I liked it or not. So one thing about me, man, is I love going to concerts. If you guys know me, you guys know I love going to concerts. Now, the first time I actually saw Kendrick when he was doing his Damn tour, and I actually saw that in Dallas, which was really cool. And honestly, being this to be the first time I've actually seen Kendrick, this made him become one of my favorite artists. His vocal presence, his live presence, how he puts on a really good show, especially as a rapper. I was like, oh yeah, this is why I'm gonna start listening to more of this guy's music. And first time I really listened to him was Damn, and then I started listening to his old stuff. But yeah, I think the Damn tour is one of my favorite tours of all time. And I've been to a lot of tours. I've seen Bruno, Drake, J. Cole multiple times. Who else? Future. I've pretty much any artist you can think of. I've probably seen them. I've even seen Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all them. And when it comes to, like I said, Kendrick, he puts on a really, really great show. Now, how does all of that masquerade to his new tour, the Big Steppers tour? I just came out. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch it up with my footage that I took, and then some of the footage that I think was a little bit better. So where I was sitting was like in the 200s, so I was up top. And I think for this particular type of concert, I don't think the best seats are up high. Now, usually they're not the best. The best seats are probably down low. They're supposed to be down low. But especially on this tour, it was like when we were sitting up high, I was enjoying myself, and I knew most of the music he was putting out. But it was like the screens they had, because usually they'll have screens for people that sit up high. But for the screens they had, at least for me, and where I was sitting I was kind of on the side of the stage, and I'll show you guys in a minute. But yeah, they weren't the best. I was like, damn, usually I can use the screens and kind of like see better. But where I was sitting, I couldn't see. I could barely see anything from those screens. And I was like, I feel like if you had an onward shot, like looking directly at the stage, I feel like it would look better. But just from where I was sitting, I was just like, damn, I really can't see nothing that well. Now, if you guys know, Kendrick's like 5'5", 5'6", so he ain't the tallest rapper or the tallest person. But let me go ahead and talk about the concert real quick, man. So first thing I actually want to say about the concert, and this is something I really do appreciate with concerts. They started on time. So I know some people like to get the concerts late and stuff like that. This is not the one to get there late to. I promise you that. Like I'm gonna put out some things right here, quick spoilers or whatever you want to call it. But when it came to this Kendrick concert, when I say it started on time, it started on time. The first act, I forgot his name, man. The first act came out right at 7:30. Baby Keem came on like right at like 8. I think it was 8 or 8:15, but he came out right there. I think it was 8 o'clock he came out. Well, Baby Keem came out. And then Kendrick came out right at 9. Now I know, like like I said, I've been to a lot of concerts. Concerts usually like their curfew is at like 11:20 or 11:30. They had to be off the stage. Well, when it came to this show, Kendrick was pretty much done around like 10:30, 10:35 or 10:40, around that little time period. So Kendrick was on stage for about an hour and a half, which is regular for an artist, a big headline artist. You don't want your headlining artist being up there for maybe like an hour. You want him for being up there a little bit more than an hour. But yeah, that's one thing I really appreciate with this tour is that everything started on time. Now maybe it's because of the fact that like after Austin he went to Houston and Dallas and he's doing that in the same day. So they pretty much really have to get the stage out of there and on transport to the next spot so they can get it all set up. So maybe that's why it kind of started on time. And maybe some different dates he won't start on time because of the fact that it's like, all right, we ain't gotta be in a rush to go to the next spot. Now, one thing I will say, I really, really wish, and usually I don't do this, I hate mosh pit, man. I hate being in the mosh pit. I've done it a couple times, I just hate it. But this is one I kind of really felt like, damn, I really wish I was in a mosh pit for this one. I remember I'm sitting up top and looking at people, and I'm like, they're having so much amount of fun down there. It looks like, and I was like, the reason why I hate being a GA mosh pit because of the fact you have to get to the venue super early to get a really good spot, and I just hate doing that. Like I'm busy, I got stuff to do, and I just don't want to do stuff in that order. And I don't want to be at the venue at like 4 or maybe even freaking 10 o'clock in the morning. I know some people will be there at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I just don't want to do that. So sometimes I always usually just grab a seat somewhere. Another thing is really quickly. It's just a quick tip for everybody that goes to concerts, man. I've done this a couple times. When it comes to concerts, unless it's somebody you know is gonna sell at the venue, I would always say to wait to buy your tickets to the last day. I bought my tickets the first day, and guess what? We were up high, and the tickets were more expensive than the people that were down below. So I would always say, and what they'll do later is they'll end up dropping the prices for some tickets, like the day of or the day before. They'll drop price tickets. So I would just say, if even especially if you're seeing Kendrick, I don't think his tour is sold out. Just wait till he's right at your venue or right there, and then look at tickets. Be like, okay, and then I bet you some tickets will open up a lot cheaper and a lot lower. So that's like a little concert tip. Now let's talk about the show, man. Look, I really did. I'm gonna show you guys something. So first thing, I don't know who the opening act was. I forgot. He was on Kendrick's album. He has a really good voice. But here's a little quick little clip of him, just really really quickly. So as you guys can see, you know what I'm saying, we look you can see how high we are. I'm like, you can see from this clip, this is my clip. You can see from this clip how high I am. I'm in the 200s, but it's not it's pretty high in the venue I'm at. So it's kind of hard to see certain things. Like as you see, like when it comes to the opening act, they have like these little small screens. Maybe sometimes they're hard to see everything. This is what I'm talking about. Like if you're up high on the side, this little screen that they have right here, it's really really hard to see anything. At least from where I was at, I was like, damn. Like I said, I feel like if you're head on, it looks a lot better. But let me show you guys something. So right after he popped up, like I said, Baby King popped up. I think at right 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock. Now I have a little clip of Baby King really quickly. Yeah, and you know what? For the first time of me really listening to Baby Keem really wasn't that bad. I think that was Kendrick's cousin, right? And I just started kind of getting into his music, not too much. But I remember listening to Baby Keem, I'm like, I need to listen to more of this guy's music. I was like, he makes very hype music, and I think him during the show, especially I think he's 21 years old, and first, like I said, first time I'm seeing him, I'm like, damn, he has really good stage presence. He's not like you can't tell if he's nervous or anything like that. He looks like he's really just out there having fun, So I really did appreciate Baby King, And like I said, it's the first time I've ever really heard his music or ever seen him, and it's crazy because after the concert, I started downloading some of his music to listen to. So yeah, and then the next person and final person I'm gonna talk about is man, the boy K Dot or Mr. Morale, whatever. Man's got like 30. Dude's got like 30 names now. So man, when it came to your boy Kendrick, like I said, if you're up high, it's gonna be kind of hard because this dude, he's not tall. Like I'm 6'2", right? And like yeah, I think Kendrick's like 5'6", 5'5", maybe one of the two. But here's what it looks like before everything before here's what it looks like before everything kind of gets going. I forgot even I took the clip, but here's what it looks like. So that's the venue we were in. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a smaller little venue. But you can see his stage. Now I want y'all to take a look at his stage really quickly. So I really did like his stage design. Now my biggest fear is this was a small venue, right? What does that stage? How does that stage compare or how does that stage like really like look when it's in a bigger venue? Because I felt like okay, it's fine. This stage is fine in a smaller venue like this when we were at. But I felt like if you put that stage in a bigger setting, I don't know how that would look. I feel like it would look kind of weird. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. People that went to like venues that have like 300 sections, y'all let me know how that stage looked. Because like I said, and where I was at, here, I think it's fine here. Because that gets a really small venue. But I do like that the stage actually goes out. So people in GA like he goes to the first part right there and he goes to the second part. And yeah, I really like the stage design of it. I think it's a lot better of a stage design than his Damn tour. Um, because I really did enjoy the Damn tour stage design, but this one was a lot better. Like there's a lot of stuff they end up doing with the stage in this one, so I really did appreciate that. Um, but let me go ahead and talk about Kendrick just really quickly, and I'll get up out of here because I do got to go a little bit. I'm recording this video kind of late, or I gotta be somewhere. Man, when it came to Kendrick, Kendrick really knows how to put on a goddamn show, man. Like I'm not even BSing with y'all. Just watching him, it was crazy because it's like when you see him perform, and even when you watch one of his concerts, especially one of his tours, he puts on not only a show but a story. Like at the same time, like as he's going progressing through his show, like he performs a lot of his big hits early, like Humble, DNA. Oh, what was another one? Just a lot of hits super early, and I realized like he's doing that because this show isn't about the hits, even though he does perform a lot of his hits, but it's not about the hits. It's about him putting on a story and him because every song has a story with it, and a lot of the time during the songs he would kind of have something to represent that. Like he would have some type of thing on the stage representing the song he's singing at the particular time. That's why I like going to tours because I like to see what artists visualize when they're on these tours. You know, or whenever what I like to see what artists visualize when they're making these songs. So yeah, and it was crazy because there's a certain point where he gets COVID tested. Now it's not real because you know if you guys get COVID tested, it takes like at least 20 minutes to get your results back. This one took like 2 seconds, and he was performing Family Ties, which I really thought was weird that he performed Family Ties like this because of the fact that it's a really big hype song. Why not have both these artists out there with the crowd? You know, so I mean it is what it is. I'm not the stage manager or anything. So, but I really did these two together. I thought was really well. And as you say, you see a really good picture of his stage right there. But I mean, there's not much too more to say about this without making this video longer than it needs to be. Like I said, I would say get there on time. This is the type of tour that really starts on time. There's a lot of. Oh, I want to show you guys something. I really want to show you guys something. When I was talking about whenever the songs, when he has some songs that kind of like match what he's doing, and then the stage kind of matches it too. It's stuff like this. So he was performing "Count Me Out," and I was like, and it was kind of hard to see where I was sitting at, but you see how he's like bending over and the stage like represent and it showcases that like arrows in his back. I thought that was really good. I was sitting there like, holy crap! So whenever I think of count me out now, I'm gonna think of this. That's why I go to tours. I want to see, like I said, I want to see what the artists are thinking when they're writing these songs or making these songs. And I guess count him out. He was thinking of this. So yeah, he put a with an arrow on his back. And I don't even know how they even did this stuff like that. Like how do you even do this? But no, man, they stuff was really good job. And I didn't even talk about it. This tour, which knowing Kendrick, I've never really known him to do this, but he had dancers on this tour. Like I've never known Kendrick to really have that much amount of dancers. But Kendrick had dancers. It was crazy because like the dancers did a really great job, I would say. Great job of like matching songs and making songs come more to life, emphasizing on certain parts and doing things on certain parts, you know. I think it added to the live experience of just seeing an artist. That's why I always like when artists have dancers with them because it adds a step up to like their production and their level of stage and their level of performance. And the dancers here. Let me see if there's a really good clip of them. But the dancers here did a really great job. And I don't know who did the dancing. I don't know who choreographed it for them. But whoever did it did a really great job. And even Kendrick's dancing with them. So I mean, it's not like Chris Brown or something. You know, Chris Brown dances his ass off. But for a rap concert, to see dancers, that's like the first time I've seen it in a while. Like every rapper I've seen, they've never had any dancers, unless we're talking about Drake. And I think Drake had a couple dancers, but they wouldn't dance it like this, man. Like nah, like where they had like a whole routine they had going on. But Yeah, if you guys have seen the concert, man, you guys let me know your thoughts on it down below. Y'all first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, if you're going to see it, put it down below. Let me know your thoughts once you've seen it. But hey, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.